Good morning, everybody. Today we have to talk about Paragraph. It's a model that I like so much, and I use every day with every projects. So let's start with a little index. First, I will talk about me. Then we will see an example about where it could be interesting to use Paragraph. Then we'll see some definitions, and we'll talk about some features. It means that some things that happens when we use Paragraph. Then a little example on how to use. It's not so complicated. Some reasons to use Paragraph, and then if anyone is not convinced, we will say more reasons to use Paragraph. So about me, I'm Siddharta Navarro. Here are my contacts. The main thing that I can say is that my Twitter is Siddy, with 3 Ds here. And I'm co-founder of Ateneatec. So Ateneatec is a website development company in Barcelona. We only do Drupal. That's interesting because we don't do anything else. We don't do marketing. We don't do design. We are an 8-people team of Drupal developers. And here there is another thing that I think is really interesting. We are searching for people. The most important thing that here is that we are a remote team. So if you are interested in this offer, even if you are not in Barcelona, we are open to you, and you can talk with me or with my partner Luis, that is here, about the conditions. And if we found someone here in Madrid, it could be nice because it is really difficult to find Drupal programmers, as everybody say. So, before start, now we will see an example of a website. Here we can imagine that we have a module, a node, with a title, some text, and then 4 columns with image, title, and text. So, how we can do this? Here we have some text that we can do with a WYSIWYG. And here we have a special composition. Have different ways to do this. This is the way that I like. It's really fancy and elegant. It's to have WYSIWYG with HTML, CSS inline in the body field. As everybody can see, it's a really big sheet. It's not responsive. If you have to change anything, you need a programmer to edit your website. It's not a good solution at all. We have another module that I think that everybody knows. It's named Panels. We use panels in a project, and we never use panels again. Why? Panels, it's a good solution. It's really, really flexible. But the problem is that the edition is too complicated for the end user. I have a client that I make 10 times the same tutorial with panels, and 10 times they call me that she forget anything because it's really, really, really complicated. So it's a good solution, but it's not really editable. And we have another solution that it feels plus templates. The problem with this is that we have to, if we have one page like this, that we see here, have to have the same structure ever. If we want to make different structures, we have to create a lot of content types. And it's for that today I will present Paragraph. That it's a really nice module, and now we have to talk about this. Now, I need some music, some celestial music here, like, ah. Anyway, definition of Paragraph. What is Paragraph? Paragraph is a Drupal, it's a model Drupal in Drupal, and it's in Drupal 7. We start to use it at the end of Drupal 7. And in Drupal 8, of course, the main thing is that we use on every project that we do in Drupal 8 for more than a year. And yesterday we talked about the use of Drupal 7, Drupal 8 in the business day. And there's a problem because the people doesn't use Drupal 8, as you can see in the different statistics. But in this case, if we see the statistics, you will see that the version in Drupal 8, with blue, it's almost going up to the Drupal 7 version. That means that this module, paragraph, is made by Drupal 8, and it works really well with Drupal 8. So let's imagine that we have a content type. Normally what we have, title and content. What we have in the content, we have different fields. Field 1, field 2, field 3. In here, this is an example. We can imagine that we have an agenda and we have an event, like today in the business day, have the title and then different fields. When, where, and a body field, when we can describe the event. So, here in our fields list, we can introduce the paragraph field reference. What it means, this is a reference to a paragraph. And this could be referenced to different paragraph bundles. Paragraph bundles is a type of paragraph. We'll see what it means. You can imagine here that you have a field that where, another when, and here a paragraph field reference. When we edit, we can see this. We add a paragraph and we have different kinds of paragraph bundles. What is a paragraph bundle? Could be an image plus text, images, nested paragraph, text. There's a lot of lists. Okay. Here we have a paragraph bundle. A paragraph bundle is a type of paragraph. So, inside a paragraph bundle, what we have? We have different fields. Here we can see an example. A paragraph bundle is made by image and text. So, here we can see a node with paragraph. Can have a title, here a text paragraph, and here a 4 columns text plus image paragraph. And it could be like the node that I told you before. We have the title, here we have a node, here we have a special paragraph with 4 columns, image, title, text. So, when I talk with paragraph, I think that the name is not so, the definition of the name is not really nice, because when I talk with the clients, normally when I spoke about paragraph, and I try to make them understand what it means, I talk always not to the cake, but more about a puzzle. You see? But when I make some investigation about the paragraph module, I see that some people say that cake slice could be a good image of what the model can do. So here you can imagine a text image and a slide paragraph and another paragraph. Something like this. Anyway, here is an image that could help to understand what paragraph is. So, let's talk about paragraph features. The first features that I think it's really, really interesting is that the paragraph module allows the editor to create different structures in each page. What it means that we don't have to have a content type with the same fixed structure of fields. So, if we have a paragraph, we can have a text plus image, a slideshow, text, or you have the same content type with another structure at all. Here we have some documents, text plus image, and a slideshow. This is 2 nodes of the same content type, but they have a completely different structure. Another thing that is really interesting is that the editor can change the order of the paragraph. So here we have the node 1 with different paragraph, text plus image, slideshow, text. So we can edit it, and what we have, the same with different orders. We take the slideshow the first time, then the text plus image, and finally the text. It's really, really nice. The other thing that we can do is to define what paragraph can be used in each content type. It means that we can have a big bundle of paragraph, and then we can say, so we will have only image plus text and text in the content type article. But in another content type, we can have other different types of paragraph bundles. We can choose it. And another really interesting thing is that paragraphs are nested. It means that we can have paragraph inside paragraph. So here we have a node with different kind of paragraphs, text plus image, text, and a paragraph reference. Inside the paragraph reference, we can have another paragraph. Here we can add slideshow text plus image plus text. This is used because we have different kinds of paragraph, and one of the paragraphs that we use a lot is the structure paragraph. It's allowed to define a special structure inside the website. We'll see an example before. Another thing that is really interesting is that paragraphs are entities in Drupal 8. So here you have a definition of a paragraph bundle. And as you can see, it's like you edit a content type. It's the same way. You can add fields, you can manage the display, you can do everything like a content type. And finally, do you remember the field collections module? It's a module that we use a lot with Drupal 7. And they allow to make some like a repetitive structure. Like here, we have a node with a field, and this field could be repeated, and they have like 2 or more values. Okay? It was really interesting at this time, and we use it a lot. The difference with paragraph is that you can have different paragraph bundles per field. It means that here, with the field collection, we have the same structure every time. With paragraph, you can have different kind of structure. Okay? The other thing is that we can use different paragraph bundles in a single paragraph field, and you can also make different displays in every kind of paragraph. So if you find field connections in Drupal 7, you will not find it because paragraph it's like the heritage, something like this, of field collectors in the past. But it was a really useful at this time model. So how to use paragraph? It's really, really, really easy. The first that you have to do is to install paragraph. 2 modules, paragraph, and entity reference revisions. Then, once we have installed it, we create the paragraph bundles. As I told you before, there are entities. They are here. When you go to a structure menu, you will have a paragraph types link menu. And if you enter to it, you can add the paragraph type. Like you add a content type. It's the same. Then you add the fields to the paragraph, the same way that you do with the content types. So here we have added an image field. Then, once the field paragraph, the paragraph bundle is created, we have to create a field reference to the paragraph in the content type. So here, we add a field of the type paragraph reference. And then, as I told you before, you have to select the paragraph that could be available in the content type. And that's it, ready to go. It's really easy. You can test it, and it's really nice. So here, if you are an editor, you want to create a content type with a paragraph bundle, you have the title, and here the paragraph that you added. And it's really, really easy to use. So, some reasons to use paragraph. Complex designs. I don't know if you remember in the past when some people say that, oh no, we cannot use a content management system because we cannot do something special, kind of different designs. So with paragraph, you will not have this kind of problems. Here we have a special structure of a website that's really complicated. This kind of website is made by design companies that they don't think about the structure and they don't care about it. They want this, and they want another page completely different, and every page is different. It happens. So here we have the same page in two sides. And here we have a list of paragraphs. Here we have text. This is a WYSIWYG. It's really simple. Here we have a full image that it goes side by side. Here we have some special paragraph. It's like three with some special effect paragraph sides. Another image. Here we have the same paragraph. And here is a structure completely different. It's more complicated, but what we have title, description, and a list of paragraphs of these types. Here we have an image, a title, and a document. Even if you can see this, I think it's not so clear, but here we have a collection of images. Then, if we have flexible layouts, it's really nice to use paragraph. So here we have a complex structure. And here we have a container paragraph with two columns. As you can see, here we have a column, and here we have another column. So inside the nodes, you can let the editor to make different structures. Here we have another container of two columns. And then you can see the content paragraph, a text, separator, title, table, video, anything. Even forms, we can add it. So here we have another example of flexible layout. So we have two containers, one of three columns. Inside the container, we have a paragraph with image, title, text. And here we have another container paragraph of four columns. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Inside this, we have a content paragraph. We have another structure. Yes, this is really nice because we have a container of 100% gray background, so we can have different backgrounds in the website, because as you can see here in the general website, you can see that we have a different structure with a different background. It's a really nice thing for the designers, but it's a really shit for the programmers. It's really difficult to do something like this. So with paragraph, we can do this. So have one container, and inside another container of 4 columns. And there are all the content structure of the content paragraph. So paragraph is responsive, that it's really nice, really nice. Here we have an example of a really complex paragraph, and you can see that it's adaptive in different on the tablet, in the mobile, and here we have an example of an animated GIF. It works. It's really nice. It's the same example that I showed you before. And it works in tablet and mobile. So if you are not convinced yet, we have another reasons to use paragraph. The main thing is that it's really, really easy to edit. And this is something really nice. because we have another kind of solutions, but they are so difficult for the editor. So here we have, we translate sometimes paragraph to modulos for the clients, who is more clear. And here we can add the paragraph. As you can see, you have a list of paragraphs, and I think it's clear, pretty clear for the client. And then we can do something like marketing landing page, because normally when the theme is, we have always the same structure, like news, or an event, or an article. But if we want to create landing page, like with the special things, special components, with paragraph is really easy to do. And finally, that it's super important, we give power to the editor. So it's released to the editor, and the editor can do everything. The first time that we use paragraph with the page that I showed you before, we finished the website, and then we told to the editor that we can create any page that they want with the different structure. And they are really hallucinated because they only want the website in the way that we have in the design at the beginning. But they don't know that they can do another kind of sites in the future. And they have not to call us to do this. It is so really, really nice. And here I have this morning another image of Donald Trump, but finally I changed it. I think that it's better. So let's make Drupal great again. Anonymous, it's not me that I told. I don't want to have problems. The main thing is that we have another kind of editors like Wix, that it's a thing that is not really, really nice, but the editor is cool. Or even if you do newsletters, you know MailChimp. MailChimp is not a CMS, but the editor is something like paragraph. You can add image, you can add 2 columns, you can add text. So you have a superpower tool that is like Drupal, and you cannot do this. So with paragraph we can do like this like of edition. So I think that paragraph make Drupal great again. And that's all. Thanks to come. And here we have some resources. I have a paragraph video tutorial that's really that are really useful. Some paragraph demo, and if you want a distribution with paragraph, you can access to the Legend project. And here are a set of paragraph only for Drupal 7. So if you want to try, you can go to these websites and try some paragraph demo. And thanks for coming. ¿Tienes alguna pregunta?
Any question for Siddharta about paragraph?
As I can see, this is for one node per page, no? So you have one node and paragraphs inside that node.
Yes,
so,
but every node, in every node you can add all the paragraphs that you want.
But how if you have to put the same content in 2 different pages? So
the same what?
Content in 2 different pages.
This is the same content. No?
So the same paragraphs in 2 different pages, 2 different nodes.
You can. We have this problem in a project. What we do is like do reference paragraph.
But can you put views inside a paragraph?
What?
A view. A view.
Yes, you can do this, and you can do like this. And that I told you, you can have reference paragraph. It means that you can create another paragraph or content in the website, and you can add some reference inside. The example is that we have a page that they talk about something, and then you can have a view referenced the news that talk about the content of the page, and it's really useful. It works nice.
So you can have paragraphs that are not related to a content. So
yeah, you can have paragraph for everything. I show you an example about a form in a paragraph, and it works really nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can have the form, and you can add the form in every page that you want.
Any other question?
Hello. How do paragraph manage internationalization? I think they are not fully translatable, and it
So-
can be difficult.
We have some problem with the international paragraph. The main problem is that you cannot change the paragraph structure between different languages. It means that you need to have the same structure of paragraph, the same list of paragraph in every language. This problem, it will be solved soon because they are working on. But if you have this kind of problems, you can have always the same structure and let the paragraph empty. It's the only solution that we have now. But it works with multi-language websites, of course. Any questions? Well, thank you for coming, and sorry for my English. Another question here. You.
It's possible to use paragraph with a display suite.
Yes,
problem.
they are. You can use the two models.
Paragraph is in content and display suite is in Node.
That's it. And another thing that I don't talk is that paragraph it works well with features, and you can export all the configuration of the paragraph. That's really nice. I think that it's a module that if you use Drupal 8, you will use in all the projects that you do for sure.
I don't know if I'm going to can explain that in English, but I'm going to try. You had said that we have to use entity revision,
Yes.
and not only entity.
Yes.
But on Spanish interface of Drupal 8, we have paragraph on entity and paragraph on entity revision.
I don't know the answer really well. I don't know. It's a technical question that I don't really know. But here they are my partner, and they told me if we have any technical question, we can. he will help me. But I don't know if you know the answer. No?
In English interface, we only have one possibility, but in Spanish interface, we have both. And I have read something about if you edit one paragraph, it's going to be different, and if you use entity, you don't going to see the change, but if you use entity revision, you're going to see that.
The main thing that I know is if you want to install paragraph, you will need entity revisions. That's it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, it's fine. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for coming.
Any other question?
Thank you.